been a very difficult race.
We got a crash wreck in turn 4.
Another one in turn 4. And so more issues. This time it's Cody Ware in the 51. Look out on pit road. And that is a very difficult situation as Cody Ware was not able to.
Back of the car around like he's spinning out right here in this shot. And then, don't know why he was sideways, having a mechanical issue, tire down, don't know. And then got turned to the right and head on into the wall.
By that 3 on 4 tires. Look out, here it is.
He's there on Kyle Larson. Austin Dillon bobbles just a little bit.
Oh, now he's on the outside. Chastain's got him.
4 wide.
Oh, they're wrecking. Unbelievable. Did the caution come out?
They get the white? No.
Caution before the white.
Caution. We will line up and do it again.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
All those guys going for it coming off of turn 4. Austin Dillon looked like he was in the perfect position.
Well, he was.
He was.
And much like Chase Briscoe, Austin Dillon had a chance to try to win it, and he took it.
Caution for sure before the white flag. Chastain's heavy damage.
That's caution flag number 18.
When they come off of turn 2 out of nowhere, here comes a 3 right now. 3 wide on the bottom, shoots to the bottom on the 4 tires, goes for broke. Larson didn't see him coming. But when Larson didn't get up in front of Chastain, that's when I think all the trouble happened. I still thought Larson was okay, Jamie, if he would have got up in front of the 1 and utilized that push. When they got 3 wide, it was actually 4 wide by the time they got off and just...
Well, it looks like Austin Dillon came up a little bit, not knowing that they were 3 wide there, that Chastain was to the outside of Larson and got hooked and turned the
won the Indy 500 as a car owner. Cindric is going to bring them to the line way up high to block Ryan Blaney, and at the line, Cindric beats Bubba Wallace by half a car length, and they crash going into turn 1.
This race never disappoints.
No, it does not.
And David Reagan found one he couldn't miss.
Austin Cindric, the winner of the Daytona 500.
All right, from the Goodyear blimp. Briscoe getting a little roughed up on the high side by Kyle Busch. They have lost touch there with Keselowski on the outside. Bubba Wallace gives Blaney a push. Here's Briscoe with a big run on the outside.
That was the big run.
They come up to
Wallace
block.
Pushed Ryan Blaney right there. Huge run on the outside and a massive block by Austin Cindric to win this Daytona 500. If he didn't make that block, Ryan Blaney wins this race.
Exactly.
He got loose off the corner, had to get completely out of the gap. Oh, he's got right rear fire. Right rear down. Huge wreck. So Austin Cindric, or no, as Chastain hit him, turns Chase Elliott around in the wall.
And
lucky to not get upside down.
all right, we're going to ride with the Tootsie's Cam and Ross Chastain.
Here they come into the tri-oval.
You gotta stay bottom lane.
Rhodes in the lead. Wreck to the outside. Rhodes still there, trying to hold off. And the yellow and the checkers fly. And is it Brett Holmes? Holmes on the outside line, and I think he did it. Carnage everywhere, but Brett Holmes snuck the high line, and I think he...
Watch this move. Crashing on the outside. Brett Holmes somehow gets to the bottom.
Nemechek did a great job avoiding that.
Sure did.
Some big hits back in the back. And
there's the block to the top by Rhodes, and look, off the racetrack went to Benedetto, and just straight up the outside is Holmes.
Again from above, and keep an eye on when the caution comes out as they start wrecking, initially with Corey Heim.
Christian Eckes lost a little bit of momentum, and then Tyler Ankrum got in the back of Corey Heim right there.
Yeah, it depends. Like, if the caution flag comes out here, does Ben Rhodes win? I mean, it depends on how quickly the caution came out.
And it's hard to tell from the angles which truck was ahead of which.
That's crashing. They're crashing. Is the yellow out?
And remember, it's not the caution flag waving. It's when they flip the switch to turn the lights on. See Nemechek and Friesen both sliding through the infield travel grass.
Oh no! Big crash on the back straightaway takes out William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Harrison Burton. Around it went. Ross Chastain involved. Now watch the 21 up high with Brad Keselowski behind.
He's flanked off that right-hand side.
Come off the corner, the car got light exactly like I was talking about. Man, it went over too. I was right. Dang it. A lot of good cars.
Denny Hamlin with a spin there, not sure how much damage. Kyle Busch, 24 of William Byron. They're both going to get swept up in this.
Oh.
Denny Hamlin, Christopher Bell gets into Burton. And that's a long slide on the asphalt into the safer barrier, hard for Byron.
Wrecking.
Oh, man.
Keep rolling if you can. Just lock it down. Let him come on.
He's got, never mind. Obviously on a rookie, Tony, you talked about it. Again, come off of that corner, got light, and that thing was long for the ride, but very aggressive pushing.
That is not at all what you're looking for. That kid is sitting there going, what happened? He's lucky it didn't bite right there.
Yep.
And here's Harrison Burton on the radio.
Yeah, you can't push to the right, Brad. I mean, damn. I know. Is it going anywhere? Just spin the tires. That's lit. Yeah, it's important. Yeah.
Really hurt the 21. He needs to get about 9 more laps to be inside his fuel window. And now he's lost that clean air. Oh, a big wreck. Huge contact.
48 is involved. That's Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Now up and over goes the 27. So Jeff Burton sliding on top.
Somebody's going to get you. Hey, just hold tight right here. This will take a minute here. You all good there?
Very loose. Just really spins out. Loses control, probably had very little side force, too wide, sideways. Now it's white smoke. No one can see. The 48 of Stenhouse. The 27 sees it. He goes as far left as he can. He has a choice. Am I either going to hit the end of pit wall or stay on the racetrack? And he just launches off the 48 upside down. And then this long slide had to feel like forever. I'm not going to know what's better, sliding or tumbling. I'm going to say sliding if he's fine, but watch how close Jeb was to the end of this pit wall. He has a split decision, pit road or not. The yellow barrels are not a good option.
Yeah, he made the right decision not to try to turn left there at the last moment. Just a no-win situation for Jeb.
And the spotter coming on, asking him if he's okay, and also telling him no one's going to hit you. That would be the other thing that a driver would fear, is he's in such a vulnerable position.
So now the spin, and look at all the smoke. So you want to say, all right, here's where I want to go, but you're just trying to miss him. And then it happens that quick. I mean, that decision has to be made in milliseconds.
Oh,
Suarez.
Briscoe got into the back of Suarez, and he gets pounded.
Dang it. Oh, Buscher's upside down.
I think he hooked a drain. Clear, caught the 14, gets sideways, and here comes the impact. Hard hit. You see him spinning. The more you look at that, the whole right front suspension was broke off. I think it rolled underneath the car, and that's what flipped the car. The upper A-frame was broke. The whole right front suspension dug in.
That was Todd Gilliland, tried to go high and just didn't have enough room.
See that right front wheel dug underneath the car, and that's what dug in and caused it to start flipping. Violent crash.
The outside.
Haley on that outside line, top of 3. He's got some help with him. My God,
oh, into the wall they go. The 11 now also caught up in it.
The whole
Haley. The 3 of Austin Dillon squeezes through. He is in front. And look at.
I mean, there were, I'll tell you how it started, but it's like 4 or 5 things happening all at once. When we pick it up, you've got 2 or 3 cars sideways from multiple types of contact.
I was with you when we started there. I saw 2 cars sideways. I think we're going to try it a little bit earlier. Let's take a look from the 3 right here. I want to know how he gets through it because he's the only one
on the apron.
Still 3 bottom. Stay bottom, stay bottom. Keep coming. Keep coming. Way bottom. Easy, easy. Bottom, bottom, bottom.
Nice.
Good. Keep coming, keep coming. Roll.
Camera's pretty clear. Let's watch this right here. The 17 of Busher trying to go in the middle there on the 31, on the 16. No, the 99 just loses it. Denny Rex.
Well, the 31 just lost it too by himself in that top lane.
I wonder if it was rain.
Well, yeah, I mean, both leaders are in clean air. They both catch their car. That tells me that there's something down there that's reducing grip.
Oh, my.
21's going to come with a huge shove.
They are 2 and 3 wide behind him. Crossover.
Here he
That's
comes.
Austin Hill on the 21. Big crash. Up and over. Caution is out. That's Myatt Snyder. It's in mind. We freeze the field when the caution comes out on the final lap. So NASCAR will have to review to determine who wins career victory. First start in his rookie season. It's Austin Hill who gets it done at Daytona, and here's what happened behind him.
That's just a bad scenario. Once you get turned around backwards, if he doesn't get hit in the front end, it probably doesn't get airborne, but it's just you got that other car wedging underneath the front to get the lift there. But it's great to see, like Chad talked about, the safety innovations of these cars. You know, to see Myatt just walk right out, that's a great sign.
And I would be anxious to see how close it was at the time of caution, because look right here, it looks like the 16's out front. Whew, it had to be really close.
The caution wasn't out at that point when they left our screen, so he was clearly ahead by the time he left the bottom of your monitors on television. But unfortunately, Anthony Alfredo getting into the back of the 31 and creating that issue.
Wow. I mean, look at that car.
And look at the grass that's flying in front of him.
Where's the engine?
Oh,
wow.
The engine's gone. I mean, this kind of like a Michael Waltrip wreck that we saw at Bristol, where it's just, or the Jeffrey Bodine, right?
Kyle Larson front straightaway here at Daytona years ago.